Hi, my name is Micah Brenner, and I'm the media technician at the Stratford School of Interaction Design and Business. Today, I'm here to walk you through how to use the Zoom H4N. First, to literally get you up and running, the H4N operates on 2 AA batteries. The battery compartment is on the back of the device, and inside this compartment you'll not only find the batteries, but also a switch that is labeled Stamina Mode. Ensure that this is in the off position, as although this does save battery power, in order to do so, it not only sacrifices your recording quality, but also eliminates some valuable functionality options. On the left side of the unit, you'll find the hold and power button. Feel free at this time to slide this button down and hold. This will power on your H4N. Above this button, you'll see a USB port. This is an optional port that allows you to plug your unit into the computer and transfer data once your project is underway. Although this may come in handy once in a while, we will be discussing a simpler and faster way of transferring data later on in this video. Moving up the panel, you'll see a headphone monitoring jack. Let me take this time to emphasize the importance of monitoring the levels of your recording. Although you'll be able to physically see your audio levels on the front screen, it is extremely important to closely monitor all audio that is coming in from your feed. Things like distortion in the form of buzzing or humming due to XLR or battery issues can easily go undetected without monitoring through headphones. Therefore, you will not know until your project is completely finished, and at that time, it is too late. Be sure and use the volume switches to adjust your headphone volume to an appropriate level. Please note that this level does not play a role in your recording mix. This is strictly for your headphone feed so that you can closely monitor your subject to your liking. Lastly, at the top of the left-hand panel, you will see another port for an optional remote. These remotes are available in media services and simply play a role of offering another option of user experience. All settings can be made directly on your device and therefore do not require the remote access. Now moving on to the right side of the unit. All recordings that are performed on your H4N will be directly recorded to an SD memory card, as there is no internal memory on this device. The SD memory card can be found near the bottom of this side of the unit. Please ensure that before you begin your project, you format your memory card. This will allow you to rest assured that your SD memory card is at its maximum available capacity for recording, as well as confirms that there are no pre-existing files from earlier projects. Please note that if you are midway through a project, if you format your memory card, your data will be lost. Therefore, this task should be done prior to starting your project or once all of your recordings are fully backed up. Above this compartment, you'll see Recording Level. This option will allow you to adjust your input level of audio once you're in the recording process and monitoring closely. If the subject is too loud, simply adjust it down. If the level is still too loud, make sure that the subject you are recording is in an appropriate distance away from the microphone. If it is too quiet, make sure that the source of the volume is close enough to the mic, as raising the recording level of the H4N with the subject being further away from the microphone will cause an airy noise, as the microphone is stressing to pick up this sound. Proximity to the microphone is key. The other buttons available on this panel are Menu, as well as the Selector wheel. The wheel will allow you to scroll through as well as click on your selection by simply pushing the wheel inward. On the front of the unit, you'll find your information screen. Starting at the top, you'll see a digital counter known as a time code. This will allow you to track how long your recording is as well as document events throughout your recording for future reference and editing. The battery level. This level should always be monitored in order to ensure that your recording will not turn off midway through your project due to battery failure. Also on the screen, you'll see L and R. This is your left and right input levels for stereo sound. As I mentioned, it's very important to monitor these levels throughout your recording, as it will indicate if the incoming audio source is too loud, too quiet, or if the source is being recorded at all. Below this, you'll find the phantom power indicator, which will need to be activated in order to power specific external microphones. Beside this, you'll find the recording duration of your SD card. These settings can be changed within your menu, again located on the right-hand side, to your preferred or the required settings of your project. Below the screen, you'll find several input option buttons listed as Mic 1 and 2. Select Mic for use of the built-in microphone that is located at the top of the unit. It's important to note that this microphone has 2 settings for audio capture direction. These settings are 90 degrees and 120 degrees. The settings can be changed easily by simply twisting the microphone to the desired selection. The 90-degree selection is ideal for when you are recording a subject that is located directly in front of the microphone, as it is a more narrow recording pattern. The 120 degrees allows you to broaden this recording pattern in case you are recording things such as multiple subjects, ambient noises, or environment. The next input option is 1 and 2. These selections allow you to use external inputs located in the bottom of the unit. When you look at the bottom of the unit, you'll see the corresponding labels of 1 and 2. These inputs allow you to plug in XLR cables which can be connected to various microphone options, as well as a 1/4-inch adapter cables that will allow you to record instruments as well. At the top of the device, below the built-in microphone, you'll find 3 indicator lights showing which recording mode you are currently in. To change between these modes, simply press the menu button on the right-hand side and use the selector wheel to navigate to mode. Press the selector wheel in to select stereo. Stereo mode allows you to record 2 channels of audio, left and right. This mode is for recording with the built-in microphone as well as external inputs that we talked about before, and is the most commonly used mode. 4-channel mode records up to 4 channels at the same time, 2 from the built-in mics and 2 from the external inputs. The files are then saved automatically as 2 separate audio files. MTR mode is the multi-track mode. This is a more advanced mode for overdub recordings to be made or blending multiple recordings. As mentioned, stereo mode will be the most commonly used recording mode due to its versatility. Therefore, let's stay on this for our selection. Each file you record will be saved and formatted into a folder on your SD card. There are automatically 10 folders that are created once you format the card. However, to select which folder you would like these files to be saved into, simply push the button labeled 1 underneath the word folder. You will then be able to toggle through your folder selection and select which folder you'd like this data to be stored. You are now ready to begin basic recording. Push the record button once and you will see a red ring around the record button begin to flash. You will also see that the pause icon is showing on the top of the LCD screen. This is indicating that you are prepared to record, however at this time recording is not taking place. The purpose of this mode is to allow you to now visually see your audio levels displayed by the meter labeled L and R. If the subject you're recording is too loud or too quiet, you can adjust your levels of input on the right-hand side labeled recording level. Ideally, the rule of thumb is to have your levels set so that your audio levels are peaking at the highest between -6 and -12 decibels. This is marked on the bottom of your LCD screen. This allows you to have a threshold during your recording where the incoming audio will not exceed these limits and as a result ruin that take. Now that you have your levels set, push the record button once and this will engage your recording. Once this starts, you will see the indicator light around the record button is now solid. The recording symbol is now in place at the top left corner and the time code on the LCD is now tracking your audio. At any time during your recording, you are able to press the play/pause button, which will allow you to interrupt your recording. Once you are ready to continue, simply press the play button again and your recording will continue. When you are finished recording, press the stop button. This will automatically save your files into the folder that you previously selected. The next recording that you perform will become a separate file and file name within your selected folder. To review your recording once it is completed, press the play button. This will allow you to hear the recordings as well as use the track forward and track backward buttons to navigate through your file. If you'd like to access the other files you've recorded, press the button labeled 2 underneath the file title. This will allow you to search through your previous recordings and sample each as you wish. Finally, to transfer your audio files, first, push and hold the power button until the device powers off. Once off, remove your SD card by lightly pushing inward on the card until it clicks. Now insert your card into your computer and you are ready to start your editing process. This tutorial should allow you to get up and running using the Zoom H4N, but if you have any questions about the Zoom H4N or the recording process, please feel free to email at stratford.digitalmedia@uwaterloo.ca.